Is it true that ETH include their stake in TVL, total value locked numbers, and Sol does not? Yes, correct. It is true. Ethereum, when ETH is staked in protocols like Lido or all the other staking services, it is included in TVL because these staked assets are locked in smart contracts, and under the ETH world, they are considered part of the DeFi ecosystem. And this inclusion in value is massive. It has a huge impact. Solana, on the other hand, the common practice is to exclude staked Sol from TVL metrics because TVL for Sol is usually calculated based on the assets locked in DeFi protocols, excluding staking. That's a very, very big difference. And I'm glad you see that because a lot of people say, oh, TVL and Solana sucks and is much higher on Ethereum. But let's look at some ratios because at the end of the day, the answer is always in the ratios. This is why Solana is the king of capital efficiency. So I pulled this chart from DeFi Llama. And if you look at things like the Solana DEX volume to TVL, it completely smokes ETH. You know the way I create ratios on ratios? Well, this is just looking at this chart and calculating some things in my head. You know, while TVL is, I think, about 6.4 times larger for ETH, the active addresses is 10x ETH. The volume is double ETH. The fees are 6.4 times ETH. That's crazy. The TVL, this is crazy actually, I just saw this now. The TVL is 6.4 times larger for ETH, but the fees on Sol are 6.4 times that of ETH. So that's a multiple of basically Sol is 36x more TVL capital efficient than Ethereum. That's crazy. Solana revenue, 24-hour app revenue is $11 million, which relative to its TVL is a huge amount of economic activity compared to Ethereum, which only does revenue of 900,000. So that's crazy. And then your market cap to TVL ratio, Solana's ratio is 10.25, which suggests a lot of on-chain activity, very efficient. Ethereum's ratio is 5.61, but remember the base is much larger as well. And a shout out to Aptos. They're making $169 a day in app revenue, while Sol is making $11 million. Crazy. Tron only made 2,000. Madness. So again, just looking at this simple little chart here, you can see who the king is of crypto. That's it. For now, hopefully it doesn't change, but it also tells me that why I believe the alt season is not over, and why, of all crypto, Solana is the most cheapest, best value chain out there, bar none. That was always my thesis it would be there one day. I didn't think it would happen so resoundingly well so fast. But again, markets are irrational. Nobody looks at this data except for me. But the cream will eventually float to the top. So just be patient.